So if you're in the market to partner up with a lighting brand that's got you covered through every category, you're going to be hard pressed not to consider Heise. From the folks at Metro, of course, with a complete catalog of lighting accessories and products, including brand new stuff like heated light bars, all connected through their Heise Connected app. We've got their specialist AARON Newman in the studio with us, and we're going to break down all the great offerings from Heise this season. This is CMA Connected, brought to you by SiriusXM, all about Heise LED. And it starts now. Hey guys, welcome to another CMA Connected, brought to you by SiriusXM. I'm your host, Ben Wu, and today we're talking lighting, and more specifically, lighting with Heise from the makers of Metro. This is the brand that covers you in every category, and quite literally, I do mean that, because they do everything from replacement LED bulbs all the way to light bars, emergency municipal lighting, and beyond. Of course, we won't have all the time to go through every product. However, we do have a captain of the ship that's going to navigate us through what's new at Heise. We're talking about AARON Newman, who joins us now. Now, AARON, break down for us what are some of the highlight products that we'll be covering on today's show.
Yeah, Ben, absolutely. We're going to touch on just a few products of a much larger product line, like the heated light bars, some wheel rings, some chasing stuff. But most importantly, we're going to be talking about the Heise Connect app, which is part of what we call the HCU, and that's what brings all of this together. Let's get into it.
And get into it we will, AARON, but first, a quick message from our partner, SiriusXM, reminding you dealers out there why you should love it. And when we come back, we're talking the Heise Connect universe with AARON Newman.
Hey guys, Ricky Lima here from SiriusXM. I had a chance to speak to some dealers and ask them what they love about selling SiriusXM. Here's what they had to say.
Coast-to-coast coverage.
I love SiriusXM for commercial-free music.
It's a great add-on sale and a profit opportunity.
We love selling SiriusXM because you can listen to the same channel coast to coast.
Profitability and ease of installation. It's a no-brainer.
We love selling SiriusXM for its ease of installation, great profitability, and reliability.
People love it.
All right, guys, welcome back to the show. Like mentioned, we have AARON Newman from Heise joining us today with a list of products we're going to go through. So get ready here. We're going to start with one, especially for our northern dealers, a heated light bar. Now, heated light bar, maybe nothing new, but I think Heise has done a spin on it that'll make this package extremely attractive. AARON, what can you tell us about the new heated light bars from Heise?
All right, so the biggest upgrade for our heated light bars is actually a temperature sensor. You no longer have to wire in a separate 12-volt trigger for your customers. So it makes wiring extremely easy, no extra buttons. You plug this in, they turn it on. That temperature sensor is going to tell that heating element when to kick in. So as you can see, it's your standard dual row. However, the optics on this, if you look, are very different. These are now tuned optics. Instead of having an exposed LED chip, we're actually dialing in that light pattern. And as you can see on the ends here, it's actually a flood style spot in the middle. The other thing is the vent port, very important piece for these, and that's going to keep the light bar from accumulating moisture as it heat cycles, right? So just like your cup, when you have a cup of soda or whatever gets the sweat on it, that happens in reverse for your light bars. So with this vent port, it's going to keep that moisture wicking out for a long life. We also have these in a range of different sizes from 18 all the way up to 54. So if you have a situation where you live in the frigid north and you need the use of a heated light bar, check ours out. Like I said, there's no separate wiring. The light bar now takes care of all that for you.
Very cool new feature there on the heated light bars there, AARON. That's separate. It takes care for itself. I think installers are going to find that very, very handy. Now, moving on to our next category. This is a brand new release. In fact, it's being released at SEMA. We're kind of getting a little scoop on this here on CMA, but it's in the wheel light category. What can you tell us about these new wheel lights from Heise?
All right, so with this product, we're excited. It's actually more of a fifth wheel light, but you can use it for any accent lighting. But the neat feature about our chasing lights is it's dual row and chasing. It has both a left and a right trigger as well as reverse. But the really great thing about it is we're not just fixed to that Jeep bolt pattern anymore. We've actually been able to accommodate some of your Japanese vehicles, such as the Amigos and other off-roady vehicles, and Hummers as well. So we got 6-lug, 5-lug, and 4-lug availability. So anything that has a rear spare tire can mount this wheel light into it and get a really neat effect, not just chasing, but it acts as a third brake light and a reverse light.
So there you have it, guys. If you happen to be at SEMA, make sure you pass by the Heise booth to check out those brand new Chase wheel lights. They'll be on display. All right, moving on to another category that's very exciting, because these are kits that can be customized. Yes, customized in the way you want. These are chasing LED kits. And if you're not on board with what chasing technology is all about, I got to say, Heise has been on this from the beginning, and it's evolved quite a bit. So please, Aaron, tell us about these new chase kits.
So one of the kind of neat features of all of our LED product at this point, if it's part of the HCU, these two products are related. Couldn't be further from each other in terms of use, but they're related. The new piece that's really customizable is this 5-meter roll. You can use it as a whole strip, or you can cut it up with some of our Heise 4-pin pigtails and section out a vehicle however you want. Provides 4 triggers. You also have a left and a right zone, as well as reverse and brake lighting functions if you wanted it. All right, so let's break this guy open so we can see what comes in a box. This is just going to be your Heise Connect 4-pin chasing strip. Now, something to keep in mind, right? Because say you get them in the shop, the easiest way to identify our chasing strips is if you look at it, look at the copper contacts, you'll see it will only have 3. The reason why is that's power ground and then the data channel in the middle. RGB obviously has 4, RGBW has 5. So that's an easy way to tell them apart on the roll. Also in the box, you're going to be getting the Heise Connect controller. And the way to tell what type of controller you have is this sticker on the back. This is our universal applications for chasing controllers. And most surprising, in the box, you're going to get some instructions. We tell you actually how to solder the pigtails onto this strip. And then once you're done with that, we give you your customer a little take home. There's a quick connect, and it's a full guide on how to use the Heise Connect app. And that's pretty much what you get in all your boxes. You're going to have the product, controller, and associated instructions. Now, what's really cool about our instructions is we're telling you how to cut this up for maximum custom install, right? On top of that, there are custom programs that you can run with your chasing lights.
All right, Aaron, now that we've looked at a couple of the new lighting products, we can't forget that there's also some new controllers that help put these custom systems together. Because what we're starting to see more and more, Aaron, are installers and fabricators using these lights into these more elaborate lighting setups. So controlling that light is, of course, paramount. What do we have as far as new light controllers to look forward to?
So absolutely, with these controllers, this is going to allow you to get some of our add-on products that are coming out onto those custom applications, as well as this is what also brings our retro product into the HCU. So there are adapters that you can add to these controllers that allows your MPS and saddle tramp lights to now be part of the Heise connected universe. In addition to having controllers through our Jeep line, which is also with the Heise, is we have turn signal kits that allow you to tap into the factory turn signals without having to splice the wire. It just helps speeding up that installation and giving our controllers that left and right turn signal function that customers actually enjoy. All right, so when you order your controllers, you're going to get this in the bag. You get a controller and a remote, and the remote comes with the battery. Your controller is going to have all of your power and triggers, and all of these come with 4 outputs. And as you can see, they're labeled left and right. And we have them in all the flavors. We have chasing, we have RGB. Now, as you'll say, the chasing and the RGB have a very similar connector on them, but the thread pitch is a little different. So if you get one that's not quite threading on right, more than likely that's an RGB strip or a chasing strip, depending on what you're installing. And then we have the bigger 5-pin configuration for your RGBW. Again, all come with the triggers, all come with remotes.
All right, we're down to the last and perhaps most important part of this conversation. And Aaron mentioned in the beginning an acronym. He said HCU, which represents the Heise Connect universe. Now, this means a lot of things, but I think what we're about to learn here is that Heise has developed an app that not only will be the center of your lighting universe, but will also be the foundation of which you build and control that universe. So let me ask you, Aaron, when it comes to the HCU, why is this app just such a step forward in lighting control?
So the reason why we think the app is a step forward in lighting control, because it's marrying all the various technologies. You have the chasing, which is digital, ones and zeros, if you will. RGB, that's current technology. RGBW is also current technology. But before the HCU, each of those required their own app. And that was very frustrating for your customers. And we heard you. So we took the time over a year to develop an app that is not just the quality that you would expect an LED app to have, especially a premium LED app, but we also have user self-support. And on top of that, an app that respects your customers' privacy. And we should lean into that as we evolve into this modern age where your information is out there. We want our customers to know. We want your customers to know. We don't want your information. We just want you to enjoy your lights and buy more of them.
All right, enough talking. Let's show the people at home what this thing can do, how powerful it is, and exactly what it looks like from a user experience. Now, I'm going to assume here, Aaron, that this app is available for both Android as well as for iOS.
Yeah, man. We're good on Android with their I think it's Generation 31 updates, as well as iPhone 15s we've now tested on, and the latest version of iOS 17. So we're up to date. We have all of that technology kind of taken care of for you. So as long as your customer is getting automatic updates, they're getting all the updates to the HCU. And as we add more product into that line, you're not going to be outmoded. We're going to continue to build upon this technology that we've got right here, right now.
All right, Aaron, so walk us through exactly the interface of this application and some of the tricks that it can do and why this would be interesting for both installers and end users alike.
So here's the app. This is the welcome screen for your Heise Connect app. And why it would be interesting for your customers and you is the learning curve is very low. It's very intuitive. And if you've ever operated a phone at this point, you're going to be able to use our app. So this is the screen that you get. And this is your main welcome. It's going to be status, colors, patterns, microphones, right? So there's two reasons why we need access to your phone. And it's the only two permissions that we ask for. And that's going to be your microphone. And as you can see, the light reacts as I'm talking. And the actual Bluetooth connection itself. So the neat thing with our app, you can actually make groups if you would like. And I'll just do that real quick. If I could spell, that'd be great. And then you long press, add device, and we're just going to choose our chasing light bar. So now we're only controlling that light bar with this group. I'm going to go back over here. And, everybody's pretty familiar that unless you have, especially with Apple devices, unless you've actually downloaded the music from iTunes, the music from the Apple Store doesn't carry over or any streaming product, and that is the same on Android as well. So just to give you a little flavor of how it reacts when you're playing music. To switch the different dance patterns, you just click the mode button here. All right, then we're going to go back to colors because everybody likes red, green, blue. And as you can see, it switches pretty seamlessly, pretty quick. Now, the cool thing is you got the little Jeep icon down here. And I haven't shown this to you yet, but if you go to your controller settings, scroll to the controller that you want, you can actually identify what that product is. So we had it as light bar and it was lit up. But let's go ahead and turn it to wheel light so you can actually see it. So we're going to go back. And as you can see, it's now switched to the wheel lights. And then another great thing that not a lot of apps have is some customizations. So you can actually go in here and select, whatever colors you want to run and what pattern to run. To remove them, you just long press. To change them, just go in here, you use the color wheel or, preconceived colors. And you can run them as bright or as quickly as you want to. And you can add colors. You have as many as your customer wants. And these are back to your regular chasing patterns. Now, the really cool thing that we've done that I haven't seen in any other apps is we've actually collected all of the programs and tried to make sense of them. So like all of your racings are going to be grouped and properly named, and whatever it is, pulse, stacking, layer, bounce, any of that, it's in a group. So if there's a particular style that you like, you can kind of remember it a little easier than trying to remember what number it was out of 170 or so. And like I was saying earlier, you can password protect. Talk about security. You scroll to that. Password for these default is 1 2 3 4 5 6. It does require that, and that'll keep anybody from logging into your controller, if you will. Like say you're at a car show, because they got the same devices, right? Somebody could get into your controller and change the lights on you. So we tried to think ahead with that. So if you password protect them and RF lock your lighting controllers, then only your device and your remote is going to control them. If your customer gets in a spot where they don't know something, we have a couple of different ways to help them. The app contains all of the instructions in full color. And if they're more, need a feel, we have a printed instruction form too that we put in the box, so you could put it in the customer's glove box and send them away with it. It's also available online too. So, we've tried to be as comprehensive in getting that after support for the customer that gives them confidence in the product, gives you confidence in the product, and ultimately helps us grow the next generation of our products.
And there you have it, guys, a nice demo from Aaron. Now, Aaron, I got one last question for you to kind of tie this whole presentation together. We've touched on a couple new products. We looked at the light controllers, and now you've kind of really put into perspective with this new HCU connected app. What can we expect to see from Heise as lighting technology continues to evolve?
So what you should expect to see from Heise is a refinement of the product, and the building upon information that we've learned over the years and using that experience to bring you a more customizable product or vehicle specific product. Just continuing more of that refinement and building on success.
That was Heise's AARON Newman talking to us about some new product, as well as, of course, that new app that ties it all together. Now, if you're interested to find out more information on anything that you've seen on today's show, make sure you head over to the official Heise website displayed on the screen right here. Now, in my closing comments, this is an interesting one because lighting is certainly a category that has seen an amazing paradigm shift. What happened is it started with just basic lighting for different applications. Then RGB came out. But now we're seeing dynamic LEDs with programmable features. And this opens up an entire different side of things, especially when it comes to customization. Customers are seeing the effects that the potential that these lighting products can provide them, and they're becoming more aware, therefore demanding more performance. I think the pedigree that Heise has in this category is coming full circle with the advent of this application that I firmly feel will be the foundation of its success as it moves forward and introduces more components through this ecosystem that they're calling the Heise Connected Universe. Why is this so important? because this is where we thrive as shops, as customizers, as people who put together awesome things for people to experience with their vehicle. Heise has provided us an incredible catalog of pieces of part of that lighting puzzle. That's it for this CMA Connected, brought to you by SiriusXM. I'm your host, Ben Wu. Until next time, we connect.
There's never been a better time to have SiriusXM with over 150 channels in your vehicle. Your Platinum Plan offer includes more than ever before to enjoy online, on your phone, or at home. Create your own ad-free personalized stations powered by Pandora. Hear ad-free extra channels and enjoy favorite shows with SiriusXM Video on Demand. What you love is on now.